Suikoden II, historically, my least supported streams right now. I want to flip that script. I want to change that narrative. I want to hit the goal on this stream so that it's not the dead game or the dead stream that Phil only plays for himself. I want to have people support my content. Let's go. The way that they've set it up currently, there's absolutely no way for me, the streamer, to regulate any of this at all. Okay? Well, what does that mean? It means that right now, someone could keep sending one kicks and spam the chat entirely, and I have absolutely no way to control that whatsoever. Okay? And that's actually what happened last night, is when I was streaming Gears of War Reloaded, people were buying 100 kicks for $1, well, $1.09, okay? And then they were literally going, one kick, 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 one kick. Okay, I think you get the idea. So this lasted, I'm not kidding you, 30-some minutes, where the chat was literally just one kick spam moving up the chat. And so, of course, Dunsfelter was modding, and he's like, well, how do we stop it? And we were both looking at it like, you can't. There's actually no way. If you time the person out or you even moderate them by banning them, they can still send kicks.
Oh, my God.
So there's no way to stop the kick spam right now at all. They coded in the kicks, but they didn't actually test it.
Hey, nerds. Hey, book smart nerds.
Now you might say, well, why would you want to stop it? That's support. Well, you're right, except here's the rub. Let's say, for example, someone walks up to you on the street and says, hey, man, here's $5. Seriously, just take it. You'd be like, oh, cool. I'll take $5. Thank you so much. Now, what if someone walked up to you on the street and they had 5 rolls of pennies and they said, hey, man, here's $5. Here's a penny, here's a penny, here's a penny, here's a penny, here's a penny. And you're like, what the fuck? And the pennies they're bouncing off your chest, they're bouncing off your face. Fuck the shit they do.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I can't stop falling. That's the equivalent of what's happening on Kick right now. Is, listen, I like support, don't get me wrong, but you pelting me with pennies doesn't really add up to anything significant, but it completely derails the chat. People can't even talk. Last night, I'm not kidding, people could not talk during Gears of War because there were so many kicks bouncing off the chat. You couldn't even see their text lines. It was just 1111111. Oh, look, someone said something. 111111. So, absolutely, there's going to have to be a way to regulate this. What I'm assuming is they're going to put the same thing in place that you could do on Twitch, where you could set it up that there has to be a minimum level of contribution, either for it to even go through or for it at least to show up in chat. Now, you might say, well, I don't understand. Why aren't you going to count the single kicks or the 10 kicks or the 50 kicks? Because it's too much. People are just going to start spamming. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, this was the first person who did 10 and 50. Forget that shit. It's got to be $1 or more. It's the same thing with tips. It's the same thing with super chats. It always has been. You got to hit that certain criteria to be counted. Okay? Fair enough? So, on to my final major topic for the day. And this is a serious topic that we have to discuss because I'm wondering, I want honest answers now, honest feedback, and I hope that you guys will give it to me. That's why I'm talking about this during a podcast, because I feel like I'll get better answers and better feedback if I bring it up now. Okay? So here's the deal. If you take a look at 2025 so far, and if you can believe it, we're 3 quarters through the year. I know that sounds crazy. We are 3 quarters through 2025. Would have been the absolute biggest stinker games of the year, the ones that were essentially from AAA studios that used to be the big hits. Okay? Games like Assassin's Creed Shadows. What in the holy hell happened there? Most of the time, you can skip the big games and you've missed nothing. That's sad to really think, all right? Now, some of the games that have been good, but not great, have been this big wave of remasters, right? Think of all the freaking crazy amount of remasters that have come out recently. I mean, just in the last couple of weeks, you had Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater, and Gears of War Reloaded. But now it's time to be honest. In 2025, what have been the absolute best games of the year? Well, I can only tell you my opinion, and my opinion is subjective. So what kind of games am I talking about? Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Blue Prince, and most notably right now, Hollow Knight Silksong. But there is another thing that those games also have in common that I feel like I need to bring up because particularly they apply to my content and my streams. All right? Clair Obscur, Blue Prince, Silksong. What is the common factor among all three of those games in regards to me and my content? Should I just tell you? Okay. The common factor is I streamed all three of them, and every time that I do, I cannot retain an audience at all. Seriously.
That's your fault.
You're right. I should have designed the game myself, I guess. When I start playing any of those games, I lose audience. I'll give you a perfect example. Right now, I currently have 224 viewers on YouTube. I currently have 104 viewers on Kick. And if I booted up Silksong right now to play it, I would go down to 130 viewers on YouTube and 50 viewers on Kick. And I'm not exaggerating. But if I booted up Call of Duty, I would retain the viewership. In fact, the viewership might even go up. Wait, what? So if I play an overblown, overproduced AAA game, comes out every year, never any different, same old song and dance, repetitive game loop over and over, I can get more viewers than playing the unique, best-in-class, small-time developed, but amazingly awesome, hit it on all cylinders, amazing Game of the Year contender? Yes. For some reason, this audience will not stick around for the best games. And I guess the question is, what gives? All right? Because I've heard various different reasonings for this. I've heard things like, well, these games are boring. I've heard things like, well, they're so popular, people have already seen them. Or we're actually playing them, so we don't want to watch, right? I've heard all these different rationales. And maybe in truth, the actual truth of the matter is somewhere in the middle of all of them. I am the streamer. I'm the creator. I'm the one who plays the games and tries to make entertaining streams and playthroughs for all of you.
My focus is on the live streams and not YouTube. I make more money off of Twitch than YouTube. I am a live streamer. I am not really a YouTuber anymore.
The goal of the stream that I put out is to get an audience, to hook that audience, to engage and entertain that audience so that they will want to, in turn, engage with me during the stream and then reciprocate with support.
At this point, when he's doing this shit, he's just money, man.
Okay? That's the point. That's the business model. I put out the free content. Hopefully the content is good enough for you. You like it, that you want to support it. And then I can stay in business and I can support my family and I can make a good living while you continue to get that level of quality content that you're enjoying because you supported it. There you have it. So if you take a look at the games that I'm playing, doesn't it make sense that I should focus on games that are going to bring in the most amount of viewers, that are going to bring in the most amount of engagement and the most amount of support? I think it does make sense. And if you look at Clair Obscur, Blue Prince, there were sometimes those streams did well, and there were many times those streams did poorly. They were not hitting goals. Viewership was poor, but I continued to play them regardless. Why? Because I loved those games, and I knew those are Game of the Year contenders, and I need to play them, or else, number one, I'm doing myself a disservice as a gamer. Number two, when I get to the end of the year, there's no way that I can do like the best and worst games of the year if I don't play the best games. And number three, because quite frankly, I want to get some level of enjoyment out of what I'm doing. And not to say that I don't get enjoyment out of playing Call of Duty or something, but I feel like this job would have way less meaning to me if I wasn't allowed to play the best games. You understand? If I was told you have to purposefully skip all the best games of the year because no one cares about them on your streams, just play this garbage instead, I would probably hate my job. I would never want to do this again. Seriously. And I understand that this is a business and it's my job. You know, I get that. It is about support and stuff like that. But at the same time, at some point, You got to kind of put your foot down and be like, no, I'm also going to try to enjoy myself while I'm doing it. That's the point of gaming. The point of video games is supposed to be enjoyment. If you're sitting there and you play a game for 5 hours on a stream and you don't enjoy a moment of it, you fucked up.
Very, very, very hypocritical.
You're doing it wrong. That's not the point of what was created. You understand? It's supposed to be for the joy of it. And I get it because it's all about money now. It's the same thing that happens with professional sports or wherever big money comes, right? Well, do you think that the pro athlete always loves what they're doing? No, but they should at the very least love the game they're playing. If they're going to make it their living and what they're going to do the most of, then they should actually have some level of enjoyment of doing it. I think that's been lost by a hell of a lot of people, okay?
Very, very, very hypocritical.
I don't get it. So you understand where my frustration comes in. Best games of the year are coming out. I start playing them. I'm blown away. I love them. And the immediate feedback I get from the chat, this game's boring. Go back to Call of Duty. Go back to this other game where we get a quick laugh or whatever. We don't want to see you play this one because it's too long. That gets me. It's too long. It's too long. Isn't that supposed to be a good thing? Like if the game has a good story, good gameplay elements, don't you want more of it? Do I ever get bored of playing games? No, because I'm a variety gamer. I could get bored of a certain genre. Like when I was playing Baldur's Gate 3, yeah, I was getting bored of fucking Baldur's Gate 3. The game is too long, and I was like, I just want this to end, right? But a lot of people, no, the game's too long. I just can't follow it. I can't tune into that stream or whatever, right? So that's what I mean. It frustrates me when I know these are the best games. I want to put out playthroughs of them, and people aren't along for the ride. Instead, they say, well, I'll be back when he plays so-and-so instead. But what about this being one of the best games of the year? I don't care. So honestly, I would like your feedback on this, okay? Because here's the thing. Some of these do get support. As of now, the reason that I have kept Hollow Knight Silksong in the rotation as primarily a daytime stream is because it has worked. Every single time that I've streamed Silksong, we've hit the support goal. So I'm able to then keep it as a daytime stream, even though the attendance dwindles, even though we go from 220 viewers down to 100 something, low hundreds, still I hit my support goal, so I'm able to still do that stream. Do you understand? Let's try to get some feedback, shall we? Please tag me in the chat. I want everyone's feedback on why this is. Gumbulon Prime, I'm just going to say this. What you said is so fucking stupid. He goes, got to remember, people are here for you and you have to be entertaining. Dude. If I wasn't entertaining, no one would be on this podcast, okay? No one would watch my content. No one would support it. There wouldn't be thousands of people who clip and restream. I'm entertaining. May not be for the same reasons. Some could be positive, some could be negative, but people find me entertaining, you incredible fucking idiot. Or else no one would be here. That's the dumbest statement I've ever heard. Christian says, when you force yourself to play a game that you don't like, it comes through. I think you should just play what you like. Well, here's the thing. I understand what you're saying. But at the same time, this is a business.
Did I participate in Small Business Saturday? I am Small Business Saturday. I am a small business. So I am the small business on Small Business Saturday. I'm working. So no, I didn't spend any money on small businesses. I am the small business. You guys who contributed today, you contributed to Small Business Saturday.
I do have to have streams that are going to pay the bills. So there may be a time when there's a game that I'm not particularly liking at that moment, but maybe I'll like it better later. That's happened. There's been a few games at first I don't like, or there's moments I don't like, but overall I do enjoy my experience, okay? Also, to be honest, it doesn't work. For example, like I've literally just talked about on this podcast, I love classic JRPGs. I would like to play more of them. I wanted to play Metaphor last year, but after playing 12 hours of the demo, we weren't hitting any goals whatsoever, and it was my least supported stream, so I had to drop the game and never played the full retail version. Okay? That's direct feedback I got from the audience. Now, let's say I said, well, screw it, I'm playing it anyway. So now I commit to an 80-hour playthrough. Okay? That could be upwards of 40 streams where every time I play it, I'm not making any money. How do I stay in business? The answer is I don't. And I've had to make tough decisions like this where I have to say, this works, this doesn't. stay with this, drop this. And there's nothing you can do. When you're an adult and you have responsibilities and this is your job, you have to make those tough decisions, okay? A lot of people don't. This is just funny to them, their hobby. They can do whatever they want because they have a 9 to 5 outside of it. Or they're so large, they're so huge that they don't have any financial problems because they're getting thousands and thousands of viewers a stream. They're rolling in dough. Well, that's not me. I'm the normal dude, the guy who has a normal life just like you, and I sit here and I enjoy games, and I have to play things that work for my job. No one goes to work, works an 8-hour shift, and the boss says, oh, well, you're just not getting paid for it today because it didn't really help anything. Oh, I'm really hoping that at least a few days when I work this week, I'll make some money. You know, it's not how life works. I do think that playing everything that I want to play would never work, just to be honest, okay? But I'm okay with balancing. I'm okay with balancing things so that we have enough of the things that other people want and I want, or finding that happy medium to make ends meet. Then I'm good with that. And that has been working. It has. It's just that sometimes there's tough decisions that have to be made on what gets played and what doesn't.
All right.
Suikoden 1 was well supported. Suikoden 2 is not being well supported. It is dipping in views and is dipping in support. And I want to keep it going. At this point, we're just reaching around the halfway point of the game. But I don't know if I can keep it going now because people aren't supporting it as much. You know, I really hope that today we can rally and hit the goal. I mean, here we are an hour into the podcast, almost done with the show. And I've raised what? Not even $20? That's horrible. That's not good. The whole idea was that I was trying to get a head start. So when I play Suikoden, we're good. But you see my point? Like, there's certain games that I love, that I think are great. And in some cases that the entire gaming community think are Game of the Year contenders. And I can't get people to come by the streams. And I don't know what to do about that. Buck Will says, what's the difference between yesterday's talk and today's podcast? Yesterday's talk wasn't a talk. It was a build-up session to get attendance before we started gameplay, and it lasted about 30 minutes. The podcast runs typically 90 minutes. The podcast has set topics that we cover that I like to have as segments, you know, a planned-out show, as opposed to those build-up things are just kind of messing around and killing time. It's a different vibe, completely. Here's your answer. So the thing is, I get people who are trying to be like helpful, but they don't understand that the way that they're saying things, it doesn't help. Like one person just says, you're overcomplicating things. If you absolutely never talked about income, if you never talked about support, if you didn't have goals, if you just played games and had fun, you'd be successful. Wrong.
False. Wrong. Incorrect. Negative. No.
Wrong. Want to know how I know that? Because I've been doing this for 17 years, and I have the track record to show that just doesn't work. There was a time when I didn't have to do that shit, right? There was a time when everything was based off ad revenue and things were good. Those times are long fucking gone, dude. Long gone. In fact, the only streamers that don't have to talk about support are the streamers that have gone viral. The ones that hit the algorithm and they get thousands and thousands of viewers a day. They don't ever have to mention goals or income. Literally every other fucking streamer does it. All right? I'm just going to say this as clearly as I can say it. You're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't do this for a living. You wish you could.
Wow.
You watch big streamers and then you try to apply that to small-time people. That's not fair. In fact, that's insane. It means you're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. Your opinion is invalid. I've tried different things. It doesn't work. When I bring up income and goals, I make them. When I don't bring up income and goals, no one contributes. It's pretty simple. Cause and effect. Here's what we're going to do right now. Let's get our first sub of the day on Kick right now. Let's get a tip bigger than $2. Let's get a new top super chat on the leaderboard. So let's beat $6.83. Let's get some support from all around on there right now.
Stop it.
Buckwell, well, let me ban you first. He says, are you open to real legit feedback? Because I've given you feedback before and you banned me. No, you see, you don't understand what feedback is. You don't. There's a difference between constructive criticism and either being unfair or toxic. If you actually have a constructive suggestion for improvement, that is something that I can apply or at least consider, versus you're just doing it all wrong and that's your problem, but then you have nothing to say positive about what you could do to improve. Or if it's been something that literally I've said a million times why I can't do. Like, for example, I cannot do a fan lobby because if I do, the trolls will take up half the spots and ruin the lobby for the real fans. There's no point in even doing it. So then if you say, well, it's your own fault because you don't do fan lobbies, you're just trolling. I've already logically explained why I can't do it. Just because you emotionally want the fan lobby doesn't mean I can make it happen. I can't finger snap the trolls away, make them go away. So you just don't feed the trolls. Do you understand? So that's what I'm saying. If you have something constructive to say that you can actually add, great. But if not, then keep it to yourself because no one gives a shit about your toxicity.
Nobody fucking cares. Stop that shit.
Here you go. So is there any final topics, anything that anyone wants to bring up? Can we get some final support? If not, we're literally ending the show at $28, which means, once again, this is going to be an impossible climb to hit a goal with Suikoden II. And it's going to suck. I want to hit the goals. I want to be keeping the momentum. I want Suikoden to continue. We're having a great time with the playthrough. I can't make people support certain kinds of games. There's nothing I can do about it. As much as I talk them up and I enjoy them and I play them and, try to make them positive experiences, I don't know what to do about them. I'm just going to go on a brief break. It's not going to be long. In fact, maybe I don't even want to play a clip. You know what? I'm just going to go use the bathroom quickly. I'm going to come back, turn off the lighting, and we're going to start with Suikoden 2. So now, just like I said, attendance will now dwindle. We're going to go down to like 150 or less on YouTube. I bet we'll go down to like 50 on Kick, even though we had 120. Watch. But guys, I mean it now. Support this goddamn stream right now. I mean it. I don't want this game, which I love, and I want to share with you. I want to share my passion for gaming with you.
Sure. What the fuck?
I want you to support this stream to show that every one of you that says, just play what you love, you should be here right now supporting Suikoden 2. Because if you say that's the best course of action, then you should support what you think is the best course of action. And that's the problem. People talk, but they don't act. So they say, just play whatever you want, you'll be successful. Well, I'm doing that literally right now. I'm about to play Suikoden 2, which I want to play. Now support Suikoden 2. Get it? You need to put your money where your mouth is. You need to support these things, or else I can't do that. I want to play more games that I like, but I need people to actually show up for them so that I can play them. So do it right now. Let's go. Let's get a super chat. Let's get a sub. Let's get a membership. Let's get a tip. Let's get some kicks. Corpse Fire says the game's very boring, though. Well, then shut the fuck up. I don't care. You say I should play what I like. I like this game. I don't find it boring, so I'm going to play it. And you're going to support it. Or else shut up about playing what I like. I'm tired of hearing the bullshit. See, you don't like it when I speak facts. When I speak rational fact, you don't like that. Well, everyone says just play what you want and you'll be successful. Okay, I'm about to. Run for the hills, everyone. He's playing Suikoden. Oh!
La 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 la. What music is this?
Then shut up. Then don't say that. But people keep saying it. And I keep saying that's not reality. That if I just played what I wanted all the time, I wouldn't be successful. And it'd be, oh, no, that's just because it's your attitude. It's this, that. No. You want to know what it is? It's the fucking troll pieces of shit who scare people away who like this content. Because there's a ton of people who like this, but they won't show up to my streams because they're of the impression if they show up, they're going to be harassed. Which probably isn't far from the truth. Let's say someone really likes this game and just happens upon my stream. Oh, I want to send Phil $10. Now they get harassed for it. So why would they want to come support my stream? I've never experienced that before on anyone else's stream. You're right. I'm the lucky one, right? Who gets this vortex of mentally deficient fucking weirdos who won't leave my viewers alone. It's ass. It's not fair. I should be able to play what I like and have a positive audience. I'm not allowed to because of these shitbags. Okay? You want me to speak matter-of-factly? That's the truth. It's these shitbags who fucking ruin everything. I can't have a positive audience. How could I? In fact, think of it this way. When you come to my stream and you make fun of me, well, now you're protected. Now you know that the shitbags won't come after you. So I want you to think about that, how fucked up that is. And when people come and say, cultivate an audience, I can't. You can't cultivate an audience when you have toxic shit. That's like saying, just make a nice greenhouse, cultivate the plants. So you start growing plants, but someone is putting poison gas into your greenhouse and you have no ability to stop it. There's no way to ventilate the greenhouse. So everything you're growing, you're doing right, and it dies anyway. It sucks. I wish that these businesses would clamp down on this garbage, because if people wouldn't basically steal my shit and harass the viewers, then I'd be fine. I'd be able to play games like Suikoden, right? But I can't, because then it doesn't work, right? And it's hilarious because every time that I talk fact, the actual freaking out and spurging of the detractors begins. Because it's kind of like you don't want to ever look at your own reflection. So then when you get talked to with facts, you can't handle it. So your head fucking fries because they're spurging out right now in the kick chat. They can't take the facts that I'm spewing. Instead, they're like, oh, no, it's this. No. You just can't handle facts. You don't like facts. You like your narrative, this cozy narrative that you've created around yourself, this blanket of weirdos and really mentally deficient people that you wrap yourself in every day to make you feel like you're normal. You're not. You're not normal. You come and you harass my viewers. You try to harass me and my family. You're not normal. You're the fucking problem with human existence, actually, right? You are. These people are so fucking weird. The way that they behave, they're not normal humans. You're not. If you're part of these hate groups, the restreamer watchers and all this, you're not normal. You're fucking mentally deficient, and you really should seek help because you're not having a normal human existence. You're fucked. I'm the one having a normal human existence. I got a happy home life. I get to stream games all day. What are you doing? You're sitting there harassing my positive viewers who want to be here for Suikoden. Really quick, I'm going to use the bathroom, and then we're going to begin. All right? I'll be right back. Now, guys, again, you want to say positive things. Just play what you like. Cultivate a positive audience. Then let's do that today with Suikoden, but please support the stream.
Guys, I hope you're having a good time. Again, if you are, please like the stream. Liking the stream helps for engagement, and if anyone could go above and beyond and support in any other way, I would appreciate that. Really slow night for support, which is not a good sign for this kind of variety game. You know, I'm enjoying myself, but I'm probably not going to be playing this long term if people don't support the streams. Just being honest.
It's the point. I need people to actually support the positive stuff. So please do. We've already gotten about a third to the goal. Let's hit the goal for Suikoden today. Okay, I'll be right back. Viewership hasn't dipped that much yet today. Well, that's good, but it will. Whenever I play this game, my viewership dips tons. Seriously, it's so sad. It's a great game. It's a JRPG classic, but people just don't respect the classics. I don't know where to go. Where the hell did he go? This game makes you want to have sex with men? No, that's your gayness that's making that happen. Your homosexuality.
Ow. Oh, he said, ow.
That has nothing to do with Suikoden 2. This game does not make anyone feel any kind of sexual feelings for any particular race or gender or creed or anything. That's you. But, you know, deep down inside of you, you've been repressing it for many years, and now it's finally coming to the forefront. So you have to find a scapegoat, a straw man, perhaps. So you blame Suikoden 2 for all of your problems, when in reality, it was always your deep down feeling that you had inside. But an absolutely ridiculous thing to say on my stream today. Beaver Bother did a $1.50 tip. He says, can we switch games during the break because this is boring?
This game is fucking boring. It seriously is. The whole first 10, 20 minutes is so boring.
No. Everyone says to me, Phil, just play what you like. That's what you should do. Stop worrying so much about everything. Just play what you like. So I'm going to play Suikoden 2, and you're going to support it. Thanks for the $1.50 tip. So we're at 49 to support, guys. Please support Suikoden 2. Sadly, this has been historically the one stream I'm doing that is not getting great support, and we're not hitting goals. I'm not even kidding. We have hit the support goals the last 8 to 9 straight streams that we've played games. This is the only one not hitting goals. Let's go right now. How about let's get a sub on Kick, because we haven't had a legit sub today. We only had a resub. We did get a membership. Let's get a super chat to make the new top super chat. Let's get a tip bigger than $2 to become the new top tip. Let's go. Let's hit some support right now. Support for the classic. Support for Suikoden 2 right now. La 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 la. Guys, come on, let's get some people talking. On YouTube, the chat is completely dead.
Interesting. It's cool looking at that board. You guys are super quiet today. What's going on? Why are you guys not talking that much? Did you fall asleep, everybody? Are you asleep on the stream? Should I turn some lullabies on for you guys? La la loo, dream peacefully, star sweeper, la la loo.
Wake up! Let's chat, let's talk about the game. You're having a robust debate on Kick about anime and RPGs, oh yeah? Am I included in the debate? It would be nice to be included in the discourse of my own stream.
No one, like literally no one is talking to me. Everyone's having their own conversations about bullshit. What are you talking about?
Do I think I'll play DQ7 despite how this game is performing overall? I have no clue. I would love to play Dragon Quest 7, but again, here's the weird, crazy, almost, how can I say, contradictory statements that I get from people in my audience. I get told, hey Phil, if you would just play games you love, if you would just do what you want, rather than worrying about income and hitting goals and the like, you'll hit your goals. Seriously, just play whatever you want and your passion will come through and people will just care and support. Here I am playing Suikoden II, which I love. It's a great game. One again from my youth. This has been my least supported stream that I've done in months. And every time I play too, take a look. Since I started playing, I think we raised, what, $10? And every time I play it, it's like this. And every time I do a JRPG, it's usually like this. So I don't know what else to say. It's not that I don't have passion for the games and I'm not playing what I like. It's that people won't support certain styles of games for whatever reason. So, you know, I don't know. You're right. It's a fair enough statement to say, hey, Dragon Quest 7, the remake, are you going to play it after what's going on with this? I have no idea. I legit don't know what to do about it. I might or might not play it. I'm not sure. I guess we'll see. Well, we got to a third of our goal at least. Sadly, we raised most of that on the podcast. I do appreciate those of you who are here chilling. And I appreciate you guys for your support, who have supported. It sure would be great to get some more support, considering that I love this game and I want to keep it in the rotation. But, you know, I'll be honest, it's getting pretty rough to play the game. It's just, we're not getting a lot of support from many people when I play it. And it sucks because I love classic JRPGs. Like I said, we've hit 9 straight streams where I hit my goal. Now we're doing this and we're at a third of the goal. And it looks like we're probably not going to get much support at all again. And it's sad. I love the game. I think that it should be getting support. We should be getting an audience for it. And I just don't know. That is $5.11. Thank you, Harunda. I appreciate that. So now we're up to 59 of support. Can we get to halfway to the goal? It would be great if we get to 75. Seriously, I know that it's hard with this game to get any support. It would be great to get to 75 today. So, guys, it's time for a break. This will be about a 10-minute break, roughly, and then we'll come back 90 more minutes of Suikoden II on the stream. Again, when I come back, it would be great if we could get some support. We've hit a third of the goal, but please, let's keep going. Let's get some more support for classic RPGs. I love this game. I don't want to have it out of the rotation, but it's the only game we're not hitting goals. Now, I'm not even kidding. We just hit like 9 straight streams of goals, and now we're not going to hit it for this game. That's upsetting. Please support classic RPGs, all right? But in the meantime, enjoy some clips.
No, how about this?
And I'll be back.
Banned. Gone. Forever.
I'll be right back. So now, honestly, everybody, you know, being honest take here. Everyone says, Phil, if you would just play whatever you wanted and you would not be mentioning things like goals and stuff on the streams, you'd be successful, right? So here we are. Hour into Suikoden. In that hour, we made, $10? I take it back. Maybe we made like 20 because I think we actually started around 38.40, right? We had 90 minutes left. And I like this game a lot. This is a game from my childhood. This is one of the games that I was looking forward to the most over the years, kind of like a bucket list kind of a deal, where I knew that I liked these games and I always wanted to play them. I played the first one. You guys loved it and supported it. Here we are all these months later, and now you're throwing pennies at me at Kick, right? So please support the stream. And in fact, I'm going to make a special post on X and on my channel right now because I'm just going to show how hypocritical some of this stuff is that people say to me. We're having a great chill time in Bassmaster tonight, but sadly, support is very slow. The slowest we've even seen on a Bassmaster stream. I'd love to add a new lure to the hat tonight, so if you can swing by and support, I'd appreciate it. Thanks. People always say to me, just play. I can't. Why can't? What the hell? Where is this keyboard doing? There it is. It wouldn't work. I kept doing it a million times. It wasn't working. Okay. Just play what you want, and people will show up and support. Well, I'm playing Suikoden II now, one of my all-time faves. So, where are you? Come to stream, engage, and support, and let's get it for the classics. There you go. Will anyone actually show up? Probably not. I almost doubt it. But I'm going to try. I'm just upset. Look what I said. 150 people on YouTube, that's it? How many do we have on Kick? Like 20? We probably have like 50, right? But I mean, no one shows up for the classics, and everyone says, just play what you want. Okay, here's a classic I want to play. No, you shouldn't have played that. Well, then it's not play what I want. That's not the case at all. You're saying don't play what you want. You won't support me when I play what I want, right? That's what you're literally saying. It does sour. It sours the experience. I want to be able to sit back and relax and enjoy the game and not feel like, well, here's the stream where everything goes wrong and sucks, even though we've had an insane cool streak of support. No support for this today just because it's an old game. It pisses me off. What's hypocritical? What's hypocritical is that people say, hey, just play what you want and everything will be fine. Then I play what I want and those people don't show up or support. So you're full of shit. That's not the case at all. It's not I can play what I want. I have no freedom to play what I want because if I play what I want, people don't show up. It's that simple. Okay? It's that simple. So then don't be hypocritical and say that shit. Just admit it. Just admit, no, you're not free to play what you want. And, you have to kind of play these stupid memeable games and crappy games and AAA games that everyone seems to want. All right, let's continue. Please support the stream if you haven't. Let's do as best as we can, even if we can't hit this goal. Even if we get to like halfway to the goal, we get to 100, that's better than nothing. And right now, we barely hit a third of the goal. Please support Suikoden II. Okay. Stalking Tiger with a $2 super chat says, I saw your tweet and now I've sneaked out of work to send this. Well, thanks.
Wow.
The tweet was very effective. So far, it's raised $2. Very nice. So now we're up to 61 bucks of support. Thank you to Stalking Tiger for the Spinning Bird kick. King Ferbs says, in the last 15 minutes, are you ready? You made $1.15. He's counting. King Ferbs is counting on Kick. He says, I made $1.15. So basically, everyone who's doing it, I'm going to end up making like $5 by the end of today on it. Watch. All this single Kick spam. It's absolutely ridiculous they set it up like that. Guys, if you are watching Suikoden 2, please support the stream. Can we get to halfway to the goal at least? We're at, what, 66? Guys, get us to 75 right now, please. Can we get like one tip, a super chat, a gifted sub, something to get us to halfway to the goal? This is ridiculous. It really is. It's ridiculous that I play good games. People tell me to play what I want, I do, and no one will support the games. Oh, well, that's too old. Oh, it's a JRPG. It's boring. Like, come on.
Sitting on here on stream, screaming at me, demanding I play other games. Like, oh, I want to see Phil play Code Vein. I want to see play Astral Chain. Why is he playing that? Why is he playing Wily Wars? Why is he playing old games? Why is he doing... Shut the fuck up. All right? It's not going to help. All it's going to do is piss me off even further. Like, I'm not happy about the situation as it is.
Seriously, it's bullshit. I'm calling it out. It is. It's bullshit. So people are full of it. Every single person from now on, I'm serious. every single person from now on who says just play what you want, I'm just gonna ban them.
Banned, 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 banned. Gone. Forever.
I'm just gonna ban them right from the chat right there. I'm gonna publicly humiliate them.
What the fuck?
Because they say it all the time, but where the hell are they when I play what I want? They're not here. So we're gonna see how long that shit lasts. Okay. Well, thank you to Johnny Garlic Enjoyer, Penny Fairy, and anyone else who's been doing those single kicks all day. I have no idea what they're going to add up to, nor do I have the ability to figure that out because they haven't added it yet. But once they do, it'll be nice to see if and when I made anything. We'll have to find out. There's no way to figure that out right now. Real Huge Asshole actually just gifted a sub to Penny Fairy. Thank you, Real Huge Asshole. I appreciate that. So we're up to 76 of support. We got a half an hour left on the stream. Can we get to 100 of support in the next half hour? If we hit 100 of support for Suikoden, I would actually be happy. I'm serious. I wouldn't be upset. I'd be like, all right, at least we got decent support for the classic JRPG. But can we do it? Chairman, I also really like this game a lot, and I don't want to stop playing it. I don't. Yeah, guys, please, let's get to 100 of support. I'm serious. Let's get a couple subs. Let's get a tip. Let's get a super chat. Can we get to 100 of support? Support for the classics. Support for the fun games that I absolutely love and want to keep playing. By the way, I went the wrong way. Exactly. Prophet Warner says 19 more bucks. Let's go. Let's hit the goal. Excuse me, 25 more bucks. Let's go. Let's get to 100 bucks right now. Someone, let's go. Let's hit $100 of support for Suikoden II right now. Let's get 5 subs. Let's get a tip. Let's get a super chat. Let's get some support. For God's sakes, let's get some support. Come on. Come on.
Suck on this. Yeah! Almost instantly killed.
You missed. Your future stepdad gifted a sub to ChillDude22. So far, no one has done more than 1 sub today. That gets up to 81. Guys, we got 10 minutes left. Can we get to 100 bucks of support for Suikoden? Let's go. Now is the time. Now is the time to strike while the iron is hot. Let's go. We're in position. Dragon armor. Yes. We are in striking distance. Let's go. Less than 20 bucks to hit 100 bucks. Okay. All right, folks. Well, another fun stream with good progress in Suikoden 2. I hope that you enjoyed. We're now at the Knights Matilda, and we'll continue from here next time. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next week for an extended week of streaming. Hopefully, I can fit in 2 major streams of Suikoden 2 next week. We'll find out. See you then. Peace out. Okay, here comes the scolding. Damn straight. How dare we not hit the goal? How dare we not hit half the goal for Suikoden 2? This is ridiculous. Absolutely unacceptably ridiculous. What did I say? I said we weren't going to hit it, right? It's outright what I said from the get-go. I said, sadly, this is the game that we're probably never going to hit a goal again unless we get one person who comes in and is like really generous. We're probably never going to hit goals for that game again, and it sucks. Like, I love the game. I have a great chill time every time I play it. And I want to say thanks again to those who do show up and support those streams, because you know that's a game that means something to me. I grew up playing it in the 90s. I absolutely love it. I want to play more of it. It just sucks that no one seems to like it besides a small few. So thanks to those who did support. Looks like we're ending at 81. We're not going to get even to 100 bucks, which sucks. Tonight's late stream is the continuation of Chronos. That will be at 7 p.m. Pacific time. 2 hours of very, very gruelingly difficult survival horror. I hope that you will join me for that tonight. And hopefully, we will go back and we will get back to on track and hit a goal. It sucks. That was 9 straight streams we hit a goal. and now we lost it. We lost the streak. We had 9 straight streams of hitting goals, and now we didn't hit one. And now the streak is over, and it's bullshit. It is. It's bullshit. All right? So hopefully you'll come back tonight for Chronos. Reminder that tomorrow...
People always say to me, just play. I can't. Why can't? What the hell? Where is this keyboard doing? There it is. It wouldn't work. I kept doing it a million times. It wasn't working. Okay. Just play what you want, and people will show up and support. Well, I'm playing Suikoden II now, one of my all-time faves. So, where are you? Come to stream, engage, and support, and let's get it for the classics. There you go.